Good morning. Here for your reading, Sacred Spiritual Healer. If anyone would like a personal reading, it's sacredspiritualhealer@gmail.com. For inner child work, coaching, you can. The link is below for information. You can email me as well. I'm going to do the overall energy for today's reading, and then we're also going to do another video for the career and finance for the day. Okay. Please be sure and like or comment on the video on your journey and how it's going for you so that it encourages others. Spirit energy for the day, please. Thank you. Okay, so overall energy for today for folks. Got the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine. So the Divine Feminine is feeling in her power, very creative. Her aura is vibrantly bright. She's listening to her higher self, right? And the spider energy is always very creative, and that they are trusting oneself. They're trusting in the divine and in their spiritual ability, because the spider, when they cast their web, right, they have to trust that that tiny little silk web is going to hold their weight as they create from wall to wall and create this magnificent artwork. Alright, we also have the snake. This is encircling completion here, enlightened in its power. The aura again is open, their crown chakra is wide open. They're following the faith of the twin connection, and they are coming out of their emotions. This is a water element. And they are shedding their old skin and in their new. They are transforming. Okay, and for the Divine Masculine, they too are seeing the light of that the Divine Feminine shines, and they know that she is the light that guides them to the higher self. They are singing about it. They're down in their emotions as they also are still doing their day-to-day work. This is an air element. Scorpio, very hard at work, possibly even overworked. They're in their emotions, going down and deep into their emotions, but they know that the Divine Feminine is the light that they come and focus on, but they're so overworked right now that they are possibly ready to sting if annoyed or if provoked. Okay, I'm going to use this deck. This is the Dreamer's deck. Five for the feminines on top, masculines on the bottom. Spirit, give us true and precise messages. True and precise messages for the Divine Feminines and the Divine Masculines in their journey today. How is their day going with their connection? Their true and precise messages for the Divine Feminine in their day today with the connection. True and precise messages with their day on their journey. Four Swords up, resting in their truth. Perhaps it's the calm before the storm or before the next movement. Go into your hermit mode, relax. Be sure if there's choices to be made, that you're contemplating that you choose the one for the highest good. Eight of Cups, walking away from things that no longer serve you for calmer waters to the divine light, because you want to turn your back to things that are keeping you up at night, things that are worrying you. The Nine of Swords, the hurt, the betrayal. You know that you need to do the forgiveness, right? We go in and do your inner child healing. Two more cards for the feminines. Two more cards for the feminines, please. Two more cards for the feminines. Two more cards for the feminines. Thank you. Six of Pentacles, King of Swords. Okay, alright. Really? Come on. I'm going to use these for the masculines too then. So we need one there, and one there. And we're going with okay, hang on. Spirit gave us so many cards. I didn't even see that these are stuck together. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so we're going to read this a little different. Overall energy for the connection, both. So this is in the body, the physical, the 3D. This is in your mind space, and this is in your heart space. All right, so 4 swords on your physical. You're resting, you're in your truth. You're thinking about those choices that you know you need to choose the one that's for your higher good. You're busy you are taking time to go in nature and walking away from those things that don't serve you, turning your back to all the other choices because you are following what the divine has before you. You know what's for your highest good, the divine connection, the star, and you do want those calmer waters in your life. Staying up nights, having sleepless nights regarding all the heartbreak, all the, there's a sword for every heartbreak. There's one for the betrayal, one for the lies, one for the 3-party situations you've dealt with. There's, the gossip at work, the family and friends that are coming up against you. There's a sword for everything that's keeping you up at night. If you do meditation before you go to sleep, you'll probably have a better night's sleep. 6 of Pentacles. You're with friends trying to share your abundance and celebrate, but you being working a lot, trying to make these decisions also has you a little bit melancholy, but you are trying to share your time equally with the friends around you. You're the King of Swords. You're trying to be, your tongue might be a double-sided sword, trying to be careful of what you speak. The hawk here is telling you to be in your truth. It reminds you on a daily basis to speak your truth, but please do be careful. You might be feeling your power. Careful that your words are kind and loving. And you are spending time meditations, manifesting things the Spirit has given you, and you know that you have all the tools within you to manifest the things that you desire. Perhaps you're doing rituals. Remember to do no harm to others when doing your rituals. Okay, so this here is in your mind space. What are you thinking about? Well, you're thinking of the stability. You're thinking about the times when you had more balance in your life, perhaps. This connection is a pull and back, and there's a lot of emotion to this because you have to keep going within. They trigger you. You go within and heal, right? So your these pentacles are all bent and kind of damaged here. So she is looking forlorn, thinking about the 4 pentacles. She wants that balance in her life, stability. She wants that sun card. She wants the sun to shine again when she can just stroll in the garden and appreciate the abundance that she does have. You're thinking about all the, remember this is the things that have stabbed you in the back, the things that are, it's right underneath the Nine of Swords. You're thinking about being the stabbing in the back, all those swords and all those wounds that this connection has caused you, but remember, they have not happened to you, they're happening for you. These swords, these things that are happening to you, the betrayals, the triggers, are allowing you growth. They're allowing you to take a look from a new perspective at things around you, the people and places that you may need to move away from. Okay, you have Five of Swords. You know that people have turned their back on you, have not had your best interest in mind when they perhaps gossiped or slighted you for some reason. These could have been people in your workplace or people that you thought were friends but really were not. You're setting up your boundaries around you, which is a great thing. You're putting your swords down into the ground. You pulled them out of your back, the ones they stabbed you with, and you're setting them up around you, holding one so that you can use your words precisely, like the precision of a cut with a sword, if need be. Temperance is, you're thinking of temperance. You're thinking of being that balance and balancing things out. You're balancing out your emotions. You're thinking about all the emotional things that you need to pour equally into two different cups. Okay, Seven of Pentacles. You're thinking about your money. You're thinking about the growth and abundance that you are trying to work for. And you're also thinking of wanting, in addition to your emotions in your workplace, your friends, you also are thinking about, your position on the throne, your position in truth. What have you brought to the table and what are other people bringing to you? These are things of your mind space. These are the things in your heart. You feel like you were left out. You feel like you've been blocked, like the gate at there are wands blocking the gate for you to enter, but perhaps that's been for your better good, because you also were thinking about needing that balance. Perhaps on the other side of that gate that is blocked is not ready for you yet, but you're focused on your wand that the Spirit has given you to guide you, and you're following in your heart space. You want to follow the guidance of Spirit. You want to take that in your heart. You know that you should be taking that full step, the step of the fool, the faith, the step into the unknown, dance to the beat of your own drummer. Be free with your spirit guide. As you see the little puppy beside her, here is her spirit guide, or perhaps you have a dog of your own. But be free to dance and go out in nature. But in your heart space, you know you need to take this step, that you need to start being more free to take the step of faith. In your heart space, when you're contemplating as a hermit, that you're following that light. You're going into the abyss of the unknown. You're meditating to study the things you need to, the choices you have to make. Which one is for your higher good, for your spiritual self, not your earthly self. And in your heart space, you want to walk away from the worldly things, the things that really don't matter, because all that really matters are all living creatures, the things of mind, the universe in a whole. You're thinking on and feeling in your heart space a much deeper emotion for all living creatures. And in your heart space, you do feel that sword that has gone through your heart from possibly the connection that you've had, the wounds, that the stabbing of the Ten of Swords in the back from friends, lovers, the divine masculine or feminine, possibly breakups, or that three-party situation. Your heart space, you are still thinking of this while you're trying to rest, but your heart aches to be healed, to be one, healed and one again. And perhaps you're thinking of the past, back when you worked together as a team, the Three of Pentacles. You're in your heart space, you want to be creative, you want to have that team or partnership feeling again. The artistic, the creative part of you wants to be alive again. People of judgment, tired of the judgment in the 3D realm, the physical. You feel people are judging you constantly, but judgment is here to help you grow, to help you be able to see things that are real, things that are no longer serving you, to see the devil energy in others or in yourself. Sometimes we are so caught up in seeing the devil energy in others with a judgment view that we don't see it in ourselves. We need to heal that judgment, use the same critique eye that we're using against others and turn it upon ourselves, to heal our own devil energy. And not worry what others think, not worry what others are doing in their life, because you're responsible for your own soul, you're responsible for your own outcome. Stop closing your eyes to make that decision. Stop blinding yourself. These swords that have hurt you in the physical that's keeping you up at night, you're blinding yourself. You could make the choice. You don't have to feel that pain, because their opinions didn't really matter. They didn't really hurt you. Those swords didn't physically go through your body, or maybe they did, but in sense, they really are an illusion of things we hoped were one way, but we found out they were another way. So we blindfolded ourselves in those situations. Remove the blindfold. See things for as they truly are, so the chariot can move forward to the light. Yes, surrender to the Spirit. Surrender to the Divine. Take the wands that have been beating you, or the ones that you had to come through as standing up against others with your wand, and surrender. Just kneel down and surrender to Divine. Surrender to Spirit. Surrender to yourself and to the Divine. Know that you are the only option. There are no other options. This is in reverse. There are no other options but the Divine. You, yourself, you need to be in union with yourself. You need to serve yourself. Choose you. And the Divine will choose. After you are in union with yourself, then Spirit and Divine Source will bring forth the other things that are for your highest good, because Spirit knows what is for your highest good. Put an end to the battle. Okay. Next row. Four of Pentacles, you're worried about that. You see yourself as in your mind space, you see yourself and know that you have the strength and the knowledge of your higher self, your intuition. You're connected with your crown chakras open, your third eye's open. You see the lies that have been told. You see the truth behind the lies. You see those things, and you're ready to cut things out things that no longer serve you, cut out those lies out of your life. As the Queen of Wands, you're ready to take battle for communication and with that fiery energy. Because you have the key to the treasure that you seek. And putting an end to the stabbing of those swords to you, you're putting an end to allowing others to hurt you, because you realize, even in your heart, your mind, and your physical, you know that their opinions are not really hurting you. You are allowing it to hurt yourself because you put faith in a human instead of in the divine, or into yourself. Thank you, Spirit. The Hermit, go within. Seek within you that the answers. Go within as the Hermit, as we have here, right here too. Within your mind space also, you know you can go within. Follow your light. You are the light. You hold the wand to the light to the rest of the world, to bring them to you, to bring calm waters to those around you. Be fruitful. Nurture those around you. You be the cup of nourishment. Don't expect others to nurture you, but you nurture and nourish those around you with love and light. You be the light that others seek. Have peace within yourself. Walking in nature. Yes. And this will bring you an end to the sleepless nights. This will bring you the end to the swords that you think about. Only spending time with those that know for your higher good, that are like-minded, that understand the things that truly matter. All living creatures, the life, Mother Earth, Father Sky. Perhaps volunteer at a shelter with the animals, or adopt an animal. Perhaps feed the birds in your yard, but nurture those living creatures. Okay, Nine of Wands and the Fool. You have Knight of Swords coming out in your truth. Your divine counterpart wants to come forth as your knight in shining armor with partial truth. Partial truth, because perhaps he's not ready to speak full truth because the mask is partially closed, but he wants to come to you. He wants to put an end to the tears he's caused you. He knows that you're his star, that you're the light bringing him up out of darkness. That you are abundant. That you work hard for the things you wish. That you are true to yourself and the divine. Broken Heart, Three of Swords, please clarify. Three of Swords, please clarify. Three of Swords. The Knight of Coins. Yes, Knight of Coin wants to come forward. His heart chakra is completely open for you. He wants to be playful with you as these two stallions play. Coming up out of the storm, wands of communication, vibrant, beautiful wands, the golden wands, up to the divine. You see the Cupid shooting his arrow at the very tip of those with the flames, but coming up out of the storm, leaving those storm clouds behind you. And the end of having towers, the tower is in reverse. So putting a closure to the towers that have happened in the past. Rebuilding your foundation from the ground up. For some have, excuse me, gotta read. For some have hit rock bottom because of the towers that have fallen. Tower after tower, they feel the explosions in their life, and they feel like it's out. There's out of control, that the energies are out of control, their life's out of control, and they know they have to rebuild their life because it's in reverse. Some were so stubborn to see and to respond when Spirit sent the messages, all the synchronicities and all the messages to those that were not listening to Spirit and their Spirit guides, the angels that were around them. So the towers came to show them that to shake up their life, to bring them to their knees. Thank you. Because it was the only way they would listen, Spirit says. Regarding this connection, they had to come to a near-death experience for some with the Ten of Swords, but if there's an ending to that pain, now that they can begin to rebuild. 10 to the Wands, putting an end to the struggle, the crawling on their belly like a snake. And they can begin to work hard, again, 8 of Coins, put a plan in action to rebuild their life. Hangman, because they know now, they've seen the light, they've seen the reflection in the mirror with the divine, and they know now that it is regarding the divine timing that they need to see things from a different perspective regarding the love that they have, that it's a divine connection, that it mirrors one another, and it is a love like no other. Oh, thank you, Spirit. That was intense. Whew. Anything else? Thank you. All right, let me get you some messages from the angels. Okay, we have Goddess of Sacred Path. Let go of logic and trust your intuition. I should show you, I suppose. Angel of Soul Love. These are not soulmate depth connections, but this journey is the twin soul connection. So it's an angel soul love. Take time to look at how you value yourself. Issues of low self-esteem. An angel of the universe, you are being encouraged to expand your thinking. Very nice. Let me get some spiritual messages here. Hang on. Okay, these are from the Native Spirit cards. From Spirit Guide. What messages Spirit Guide would the collective benefit from today? Thank you. What other messages would they benefit from for today? What would you like them to work on? What would you like them to know? I'm going to start with this one. Yes, of course, our favorite. The Wild Mustang. Be free like the Mustang. Run free. Let the wind blow in your air. Just go outside and take a run, a jog, and just feel the freedom in your hair. Prayer feathers. Hang a feather in nature. And say a prayer. Meditate to the spirits. Dream traveler, when you dream, listen to your dreams. Journal your dreams. Spirit's sending you messages from past, those that have passed on before you. Perhaps your deceased father, your mother, relatives that have gone before you. They are sending you messages. They're trying to reach out to you and take you on a journey in your mind or in your dreams to give you clarity of the decisions you seek. in talking stick. This is like settling an argument when you sit in a circle or at a round table and you pass the stick, and that's that person's time to talk. It means someone isn't it's not the time to interrupt others when they are speaking, but to open your ears and your heart and listen with an open heart. Listen with open ears and open mind. Thank you. Okay, starting with the back. I have Joan of Arc, the warrior of light. I have steel like faith in myself. The angels armor me with the conviction. The queen of heaven and earth. I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am, because I am the I am. Beautiful. Queen of outsiders. I have arrived. I am where I will always be, in love and light. I am a love that doesn't leave. When I commit to love, my soul evolves. And this is soul love with yourself. Love thyself first, because if you want to love others, you have to love yourself first. And to expect someone to love you, you have to love yourself. The goddess of light. We are all sacred mirrors reflecting back that same light. So true. Alright. And again, if anyone wants a private reading, email me, sacredspiritualhealer@gmail.com. You can also find me on Facebook under the same. Alright. Have a blessed day.